Amelia from BCPL's Parkville branch here with another natural dye lesson. Today I will be teaching you how to dye fabric using black walnuts, specifically the hull of the walnut fruit, which surrounds the hard shell of the nut, which in turn protects the seed inside, which is what humans and other animals end up eating or what can potentially grow into another tree. These fruits will drop from the tree in late September to early fall. Now in my backyard, I have what is known as an eastern black walnut tree, and those are going to be the trees that you're going to see around our area. Their range extends from most of the eastern coast of North America out to the Great Plains. They are what's known as a pioneer species, meaning in damaged ecosystems, theirs is some of the first new growth to occur. They have a deep history with Native Americans as both a food source and for medicinal purposes, and also have a history of being used as a dye, which is what you're going to learn today. For our materials, you're going to need one pot, preferably aluminum or stainless steel as other types may stain, some water, a large mixing spoon, pre-washed fabric, some gloves because the walnut hulls will stain your hands, at least 5 walnut fruits, and then something heavy to whack the hulls off the nut with. The greener fruits are going to be more ripe. They're going to be the ones that have just fallen off of the tree, but also feel free to gather ones that are more decomposed and brown. Actually, they're going to give you a more potent dye bath anyway. Once you've got those, be sure to put on your gloves and find your heavy object. Some people will run over them with a car. I just use this big old wood block and give it a good old whack. As you can see, it's pretty stained from previous uses. Once you've gotten all the hulls off of the nuts, you can save the nuts to dry out and eat later, or you can just throw them to the squirrels, which is a lot of time what I just end up doing. So with the hulls, just put them in your pot, fill it up with enough water to completely submerge the hulls, and let it sit over the night. In the morning or in the afternoon, the longer it sits, nothing's going to happen to it. Come back to it, bring it to your stove, put it on for a boil for about 2 to 2.5 hours. Once that's done, fish out your hulls with your large spoon, and you can just throw those in the backyard as well because they'll decompose. Get your fabric, wet your fabric, put it into the dye bath, and leave that on at a simmer for about 30 minutes. Take it off the stove, let it cool. Once it's cool, run it under some water again to take off the excess dye and hang it on the line to dry. Something that I wanted to add that I love about black walnuts is the bath of the boiling hulls just smells so heavenly. I just love it. And you're going to end up with this very soft brown color, which I think is quite lovely. If you are interested in learning other projects to do with black walnuts, check out some of these books from BCPL. The first one is Natural Dyeing with Plants by Franziska Ebner and Romana Hosenhall. The Handbook of Natural Plant Dyes by Sasha Durer. A personal favorite of mine, Harvesting Color by Rebecca Burgess. And if you are interested in finding other edible things in your own backyard, check out Eat Your Yard by Nan K. Chase. The recipes that you find in these books or online may not be exactly the ones that I gave you today, and that's perfectly fine. Natural dyes, plant dyes are pretty experimental in nature, and so they become pretty deeply personal in that way. So with that being said, happy dyeing!